Hi everyone. So since a handful of you wanted me to do a video on my thoughts and opinions about Girls Planet 999, I decided to make one, but I decided to wait until the first 2 episodes were out since I kind of wanted to see all the performances and kind of make up my mind about my top 9. However, that might change in the future as the show goes on, and I won't be going over every single performance because there's so many ranking videos and I don't know. But I'm gonna talk about my favorite and my least favorite. So let's talk about the performances, and then let's talk about the show and its editing, and then we can talk about my top picks and the trainees that I like overall. And then lastly, I'm gonna talk about my predictions and kind of just my hopes for the show overall. So from the first episode, the performances I personally enjoyed were the Crazy performance, the Pop Star one, Black Mamba, and then the Dum Dee Dum Dee one. I know a lot of people like the Kick It performance, and don't get me wrong, it's pretty good, and it's amazing and precise, but I just didn't enjoy it as much as some of the other performances. And I think my issue with it is that I did get the two girls confused, and I didn't feel like I got to know them individually throughout that performance, so I hope that changes as the show goes on. For my least favorite ones is probably Dolphin, which they completely skipped over in the episode, Twinkle, which I felt like they edited horribly, and I'm gonna talk about that. The Rumor one and the Helicopter one. For Dolphin, I just feel like the song didn't fit the girls too well. They could have picked something that fit them a lot better. And I think my main issue with the song is that the lyrics was basically just da 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 all over and over again, so you didn't really get to see their vocal abilities. Twinkle wasn't actually that bad. I feel like they made it out to look a lot better. When I watched the episode first, I felt like they were trying to make them look almost cocky, and I just felt like the editing was horrible, and again, I will talk more about that. Rumor was another one that I didn't really enjoy. They were just probably very stressed, so I understand, and even though I didn't like the performance, I do like some of the girls I'm gonna mention my favorites later on. As for the Helicopter one, with this one again, I felt like the performance started well, and some of them stood out, like Kai Bing, she really stood out to me, but I just felt like at the end, the performance kind of fell flat for me. Now for the second episode, I feel like the performances in that one weren't as good and overall, but for the ones I enjoyed were Snapping, Wild Thing, Bubble Pop, and Can't Stop Me. The Can't Stop Me one wasn't great vocally, but I just loved seeing them dance as they were really in sync with each other. Performances that I kind of didn't like and kind of fell flat for me was Mr. Chu. I just felt like the girls all had potential. I just felt like they should have maybe picked another song or need more training. And I also wasn't a fan of La Ta Ta. It wasn't horrible, but I just, the rest of the performances were just okay. I have never been a fan of Mnet's editing, and this show just is such a great example of why. Let's talk about first how they cut out some of the performances with some of the very talented idols, like Nonstop with Kuwahara Ayana, who's very good, and they also cut out Hug You with Sakura Miyu, who was also good too. The issue I have with cutting out performances is not only that you don't get to see them, but then they would cut out the performances like Nonstop, but then Kuwahara Ayana, for example, got a top 9 candidate sticker. But we don't even get to see the performance, and therefore we don't know why. If you don't watch the full performances on YouTube, you don't know why she got the candidate sticker. I understand if, for example, if no one in the group got a sticker or something, and then the performance gets kind of cut, or maybe only shown for a few seconds, but because I know they can't show all the performances in full, and I understand that, but why didn't they show performances of people that they get a sticker at least? I don't know, I just think it's really strangely edited and some very strange decisions. Another shitty editing choice Mnet did is that how they just showed some of the city groups and portrayed them, especially with the Twinkle and Roly Poly ones. As I said, Twinkle wasn't amazing, but the girls show some really good potential, but the editing just kind of made them look like a cocky and overly confident, if that makes sense. And oh my god, they did Roly Poly, the Roly Poly team so dirty. It made me angry.
아쉽다. 화가 나니까 잠이 깨네.
재롱잔치 보는 것 같았어요.
The show shows like 2 seconds of them performing and like kind of fucking up, and then shows the mentors like scolding the girls, but the performance wasn't even that bad. They could have practiced more or even picked a song that had more lines, because mostly Roly Poly is a dance-paced song, but they definitely weren't as bad as Mnet was letting on, and I just felt like it was very unnecessary. An editing choice a lot of people got upset was with Black Mamba. So in the aired episode, Kim Jae-hyun did a high note and her voice cracked while she was doing it, but in the full performance on Mnet's YouTube channel, her high note was almost flawless. Now, some people are saying that the aired version is the real one and the full performance clip on YouTube was edited to sound better, but like, why would they do that? Maybe that is what happened, but it just makes me like really confused. And like, I don't know. It's just really strange. Also, I was talking with someone about the performances, and we were talking about how if they were gonna upload the full performances and we wanted, me and this person, we wanted to go see the whole performance, it would be nice if they actually included the mentors' feedback in the performances, because I don't know, I just feel like we should know what the mentors are saying. I will take Mnet's editing overall with a grain of salt, because they're known for their evil editing. And speaking of editing, let's talk about Fu Yaning and Yoojin. Firstly, it's very obvious that Mnet is using Yoojin. It shows so clearly in the editing, and they showed her a lot in the first episode, and then they ended the episode with her performance, but they like kind of cut it, and then they showed her like, and you were like at the edge of her seat, and then the show just ended. So if you wanted to see the performance, you would have to come back next week. And I know that's common with shows, but it's just so obvious that they're using her. And then they also used the whole preview of Yoojin sobbing and like crying for the next episode. And I don't know, I just feel like they're definitely using her. And with the whole thing with Fu Yaning and Yoojin, I actually wanted to give Yaning the benefit of the doubt, hoping that it was just bad editing. But honestly, when the show was actually aired, it was kind of the same. They just clipped out one line to make it shorter for the trailer.
We go up, but you don't. We go up, helicopter. Whoa. Oh. Then I make kind of noise for the takeoff. But you don't.
So I wanted to talk about this a little bit. I know Fu Yaning was trying to show confidence, and she says that she was trying to help the other girls with their nerves, and there's nothing wrong with being confident.
但是呢，就是上台之前呢，在后台带麦的时候，带麦克风的时候，好多成员都很紧张。这其实因为我是队长嘛，所以我的责任很大。哎呀，一点都不用紧张，我们是最强的。那就要把大家都统一成一个非常三有力的感觉。我对崔友珍前辈宣言一句话，然后想让我们的气势就长起来，然后让其他成员都觉得哦。
But that's not confidence, right? And this show is about becoming a K-pop idol, and as an idol, you need to show respect for other idols, and especially seniors. And I honestly don't understand why the mentors didn't say anything, because I felt like it wasn't confidence or like cool. I just felt like it was rude and very uncomfortable to watch. I don't know. I wonder why the mentors didn't say anything. And I'm very glad that Yoojin kind of kept her head and kept her head up and was really nice and just kind of polite about the whole thing. And I want to see what happens from now on. And I either think that they're going to be like Mnet's gonna play up this like rival thing and they'll have some sort of drama, or they will like make up and Mnet is gonna milk the shit out of it. Either way, I tried to give Yaning the benefit of the doubt, but I've actually seen some other stuff online about her, and I just don't feel like I can support her after seeing all the clips of her and just the way she's acting so far. And I just feel like she has unnecessary attitude, but that's of course just me. Because it's really sad, because she also shows a lot of potential to be a pretty good idol, but I don't know, I just feel like her confidence comes off as rude and kind of cocky. So I have a lot of trainees that I'm excited to see more of, and it is kind of hard to make a top 9 without seeing like more than like 10 minutes of each person. So let's go through each group, J, K, C, and then I'll tell you guys who I like from each group. For K group, the trainees I'll be rooting for and watching closely throughout the show are Kim Se-in, Kang Ye-so, An Yeon-min, Kim Chae-hyun, Choi Ye-young, Bora, Doa, Hirim, and Ryan. I also try to put my biases aside when watching the show because I know some of these girls and a lot others are in groups that I really enjoy, but I try to put the bias aside. So yeah, because for example, I'm a huge fan of Lime Soda, which Hirim was in before they disbanded, and I also like Cherry Bullet and Fanatics, but I try to push that bias aside. Oh, I also like Yujin. I almost forgot to mention her. I do like her, but she's not in my like top 9 ranking, I think. As for J group trainees, I like Hiyacho Nagomi, Kawaguchi Yurina, Nonaka Shana, Sakura Miyu, Kuwahara Ayana, and Kupo Reina. And I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names. I will put the actual name on the screen in a photo because I'm probably fucking them up. I feel like I've connected the least with the Japanese trainees, so I really want to see more of that, but I feel like the show isn't giving us a lot of the Japanese trainees so far, so. And lastly, for C group, I'm probably gonna kill these names. I like Lo Fei, Shen Xiaoting, Kai Bing, Li Yiman, the twins, Lang Qiao and Lang Jiao, and then Suriki. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering these. And for right now, my top 9 that I want to see in a group right now is Kim Chae-hyun, Kang Ye-so, Kim Se-in, Lee Yiman, Kai Bing, Hwang Sha-kyao, Nonaka Shana, Kuwahara Ayana, and Kawaguchi Yurina. Speaking of seeing people in a group, I'm a bit confused about the voting and the cells because when we were first introduced to the cells, it was like, oh, the cells succeed or they fail together. Simple as that. But then in episode 2, it was revealed that the top 9 contestants don't have to be like 3 from China, 3 from Korea, 3 from Japan, which I don't really understand because I'm assuming that, like, let's say that, I was assuming that the top 3 cells would debut, so I have to assume that they're dropping the cell system soon because that doesn't really make sense because if they kept the cell system, it would have to be 3-3-3, but apparently that's not how it's gonna work. I think they're trying to make it more interesting and maybe fair, but it might, I just don't think it's fair, especially if they're gonna keep the cell system for long, because the cell system, they're gonna be able, I just see, I just can't, oh my god. I just feel like something bad is gonna happen with the cell system and, really talented girls are gonna drop out just because they were ranked badly or something like that. So yeah, I'm interested to see where the cell system goes, but I honestly think it's stupid. And lastly, for predictions, I have some hopes and stuff that I want to see. First off, I want Mnet to stop the horrible editing, but I don't think they're gonna do that. But for performances, I just want to see kind of a mix of older and newer groups, which I think they will do because they both have Tiffany and Sumni, and obviously they're from SNSD and Wonder Girls, so I hope they do a good mix. And I also kind of hope that they do not just Korean songs, but I don't think, and I don't know, it would be cool if they did Japanese and Chinese songs, but I don't think they will. But I think it would be cool if they did a little challenge where they had to sing in another language or something, but because the other girls had to do that, the Japanese and the Chinese ones, but I know this is a K-pop show, so yeah. And I also hope they will do more boy group songs. I actually wrote this script before watching episode 2, and they're doing boy group performances, so I hope they will do that throughout the show as well, because I just feel like we should drop the whole girl group, should do girl group stuff, and boy group should do boy group stuff, let groups do what they want to do. And I also think some trainees are going to surprise us a lot. I think some are going to pull a Sohei. I think this twins are especially going to be pulling a little twist because I've actually seen some videos of them and they're actually surprisingly good. So I think the whole oh, look at me, we're cute and we don't know how to dance is kind of an act, which I think is fucking genius.
Zipping in a pot of blue flow.
So I'm very excited to kind of see like how the trainees grow, but I'm very bad with predictions overall, so I can't really like say what's gonna happen besides like the Fuyaning and Yujin thing. I definitely think they're gonna do something with it, whether that's gonna be like, oh, look at these rivals, or oh, look at these best friends. But I'm very excited, and please let me know in the comments who your top 9 are, or who you like, and so on. Also, what performances you enjoyed. And also, should I do another video, or like maybe update you guys like halfway through the season and then do one when the season ends or something like that? Because I don't think I want to do a video each week. So yeah, please let me know what you want me to do, and if you're interested in another video overall. And that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.